It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah.
And Sarah, we have got something unique here. We got some special chocolates. Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, thanks. Happy Valentine's Day.
By the way, these are for you.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I'm going to eat some too.
Well, it's funny because this is a continuation of something else.
They could be watching this one first. Don't ruin the illusion, Sarah.
I won't. Okay.
Oh, the fourth wall. I see it. It's gone. It's gone. I can see the outside now.
Just
fourth
break it.
Wall. It's gone. But that's a great segue to welcome our guests. Please welcome Fred Minnick and his lovely wife, Jaclyn. Guys, how are you?
Great to be here.
Good.
Good to have you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Oh my goodness. How many Valentine's Days is for you two?
4 hour?
3, 4? I don't know.
3 or 4.
Enough to where I was like, Chad, can we not do anything? Can we just take the money that we would spend on the gifts that we think are required and just buy a really good dinner and maybe a nice bottle of wine and buy a movie on Amazon that's not out yet?
Yeah.
Let's spend our money that way.
So obviously each Valentine's Day has been very special for us.
Exactly how we were.
Over time.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's Valentine's Day. Do we have to do something? I don't want to do anything.
I'm like, can we just skip all that stuff that
This is a made-up holiday.
please don't buy me a tiny bear or anything. It's very sweet, but
I bought you a huge bear. We don't even. It takes up a whole chair.
who has the room? Yeah.
If we get cold, we can take our lightsaber and climb inside. It's
Oh gosh.
a stuffed tauntaun.
Sometimes they hide drugs in those bears, so you might actually have
Right?
some money in there. And drugs.
Fred, we're on the internet. Ixnay on the drugs.
I will take a money bear though.
A money bear?
Yeah, I would like one money bear.
Well, it's 50% money, 50% drugs.
I'll still take it.
Okay, good. As Sarah has already alluded to, we are
Well, it's no secret.
chronologically, we have already been on your channel, Fred, and
This is part 2.
This is part 2. We did some lovely pairings. So if you are watching this video first, make sure afterwards you watch this one first. Just keep. I mean, you're already here. You're already here.
Watch it in the order you want.
Okay. But then make sure you hop over to Fred's channel and not only watch it, but if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button to where it breaks and you can never unsubscribe.
or be gentle and just
Whatever. So we're gonna do some chocolate.
There were so many jokes there that I just had to leave. I just had to leave them.
Sometimes you just gotta leave them on the table, Sarah. Chocolate and bourbon pairings.
Yes.
Now, we're not gonna give away what happened on Fred's channel. There was a theme. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Just real quick, what did you think about your pairings without giving anything away? I thought the first one was really successful.
One was great, one sucked. Yeah.
Well, I thought one was great and one was fine.
One was less great but didn't suck.
I was
thought
still drinking bourbon and eating chocolate, so in no way was I mad about it.
Right.
And also, in my defense, I made the pairing about 5 seconds before I hit record, and but I also made it kind of educationally in my brain. And there was one that I wanted to pair to that you all didn't have, so we paired to another one in that same family, and it didn't work out. But listen, that happens. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and
it's true.
And one was a winner. One was a winner. The other one was,
a loser.
No.
A first round football player who basically you don't hear from in 3 years.
Yeah, it happens. Well, spoiler alert. The tables have turned. There was actually one that we wanted that you didn't have, and we sort of subbed.
So we're just going for it. But yes, we got this
very
box.
similar switch too, by the way.
Yes, that is correct. They were very, very similar.
Very comparable.
This box.
This box of Whitman's.
Look at that.
Which this is the Valentine's Day box, and as I said on Fred's episode, part 1. I used to get one of these every year for Valentine's Day from my mom, Pam, who you know and love. And it was just, to make me feel included in the holiday because
there we go.
I was a kid and no one makes kids. I don't know. It's hard to make kids feel included. So anyways, it made me feel special. I've always liked them.
Didn't want to focus.
And now when I think of Valentine's Day, this is what I think of. And bonus, there's 12 different things in here. So you can pair along with us if you have the things at home. You can continue your pairing with whatever you have in your collection. It's just like a box of fun. So there you go.
Yeah.
I think we should go ahead and get some whiskey in our glass. We're not going to dive into the chocolates just yet, but I'm thirsty. So Fred, if you could grab your all's rare breed. I know you are a fan of this particular bourbon.
We love some rare breed up in the Minnick house.
I want to know who doesn't like rare breed. That's what I want to know. Like I'm not going to hate on them. I genuinely want to know who doesn't like it and why.
Right.
Because I don't think I've ever met anyone that didn't like.
Not in the
What are you talking
bourbon,
about?
not in the
Rare
bourbon
breed
community, but I've had some private tastings where I had rare breed in there, and these would be novice drinkers, and they would be like, "I don't like that one. It's not my cup of tea." And so I mean, it happens.
That's what I do.
Was their last name Buttertooth? I don't think I like.
There is
No, whenever I'm telling a story about what people said.
Yeah. You do the impressions of.
I do the, well, I just think that I would do it this way. And I'm like, wait, why am I doing that? That is not what people who watch us sound like. I mean, I don't really know, but I catch myself doing it. I'm like, wait, why?
You got
That's what I'm
do it
asking
that way. It's just the way it is. You're gonna add a little flair, or if you
makes for a better story.
Quite right.
So on your episode,
go
ahead.
Got to dip into different voices and so forth.
It's fun. You gotta exercise those, I don't know, accent muscles.
I like it.
Well, I say, especially in bourbon, you got to have a little bit of. Well, all right.
little foghorn leghorn there. Okay. I say, boy. Now, since the topic here is love, you guys have a hard time remembering how long you've been married. Please discuss.
As discussed in part 1.
Where we place the keys and where our kids' shoes are.
We're not organized.
We're not organized,
No.
and we shouldn't bring up memories and stuff because we still fight over an argument that we had where she told me to turn left, and we got lost somewhere, and we were arguing over it for years to come. That she said to turn left when she said she didn't.
Do you even remember what city that happened in?
I think it was when we were in France.
I think it was Milwaukee. So obviously it was
you took that wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Holy shit!
I truly look forward to having an argument that never dies.
Hold on, Chad. Do you know about the importance of Albuquerque in our relationship, or did you just bring up that as a town?
That's a Bugs Bunny reference.
That's a classic Bugs Bunny. Looks like I took the wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so.
You can tell us.
There is an Albuquerque reference. So when I got home from Iraq and I was having a tough go, I ended up leaving the place I was working at, and I went to a cabin in northern Wisconsin to write a book, which would later become Camera Boy, and when I was done with that, I was like, yeah, what the fuck am I going to do now? I mean, I was fit, 26 years old, could run a 6-minute mile, could swim, 5 miles. And I had an ab back then. I mean, I don't have abs anymore, but I had a single ab back then that I could see. Featherback hair and a gleam in my eye. And,
you didn't have feathers.
We demand
You
pictures.
still kind of had the army cut.
Yeah, I still had the army, but I had the dream.
I need a picture that I can superimpose here in the video. If you could send that to me, that'd be great.
And I get to thinking, like, what am I going? Jaclyn and I were dating long distance. And I was like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to move to Louisville. And
You emphatically said, I will not move to Louisville, which incidentally was when I knew he was going to move to Louisville. But I didn't say
She was like, oh, you got to move to Louisville.
She's like,
I was like,
the one.
He's totally moving to Louisville, but I better not let him know.
And I mean, I was like, I am not going to be tamed. I'm a wild stallion. I'm going to go live with my best friend in Albuquerque and play the game there. And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to move to Albuquerque to live with Sean. And it was silence on the phone. And then she said, "Well, you're just sending me a very clear message." And I was like, What? She's like, "You're just sending me a very clear message about what you think about me." And
No, I said about what's important.
I have to
what's
applaud
important.
that.
Oh my God.
You,
I love
do you have
it.
a little pain in your belly?
I mean, I was like scared to death that she was about to dump me. Like I would never talk to her again. I was like, okay, I'll move to Louisville.
I never asked, by the way.
No, she never asked.
Never asked.
She knows how to play me like a fiddle, So
Nice. I like this story a lot. Wait, so if you were in Wisconsin and then
Don't take notes.
then how did you guys meet? I'm like, wait.
Yeah, how did you meet?
I feel like we should have this in harmony or something.
yeah, we met on eharmony.com. Yeah, so we were a product of the chemistry of eHarmony and their algorithm.
Oh, man,
Which
why
is
didn't they talk
actually
you guys through one of their commercials?
Well, it was actually the mini multiphasic personality
The thing
test.
is,
That they gave us.
Sarah, is like they'd love to have Jaclyn on, but when we did the tryouts, we're like, "Oh, you married this guy? Oh, we want to show that our service works."
Is it Match or eHarmony that we always make fun of now because to us it seems very obvious that they've cast models who are trying to act in their commercials where they're like texting and they're like, "I'm not looking to play games. I'm looking for someone that I can do blah blah blah."
Also,
I don't know,
this is my first speaking role.
eHarmony, initially, I think they used normal people, and then they kind of used models for a little while, and then they went away from any advertising, and they've just popped back up again. But back when we were doing it, they were only matching men and women, but now they're in the LGBT game. So, a little different.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, but the amount of options that you have today as a single person,
Yeah.
You got the broom closets to the nice dinner places and Farmers Only and Tinder and just it's all over.
Farmers
Only fans, you mean?
So funny that you mentioned that. You asked us for our history on part 1, which we gave you the normal version.
Right.
It's called part A.
Part A. Since we're on the subject, actually, Chad and I were working together before we even started hanging out, but he never asked for my number. We were both on Tinder at the time, and I was like, "Oh, I know that guy. Whichever one's good. Swipe right." It's been so long.
Swipe right.
Oh, I can't remember. And he did also, and so that's actually how we started talking.
That's how I got them digits.
So technically, if it weren't for a dating app, we would never have gone on our first date.
Are you sure we were working at the time?
Yes. No, I mean we weren't on a job. We did it wasn't like one whole job that lasted 6 months. It was like we'd work together for 2 or 3 days and then not for 2 or 3 months and then again and then again.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
I think you were still working at your old job when that happened.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, your old job.
Yes, my old job. We worked on a shoot in April. And we matched on Tinder after that.
This is that argument that we're going to have 15 years from now.
Yes, this is our.
You are witnessing the
France or Milwaukee.
The genesis of it right
Left
here.
or right.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's how I got them digits.
Yeah.
We all know how that worked out.
Thanks eHarmony. Thanks Tinder.
Thanks Tinder.
Not sponsored though.
Not sponsored by any of these.
But listen, if you would like to sponsor either of these channels,
I'd allow it.
I don't like to play games. That's why I use eHarmony. Oh, you probably shouldn't be hearing this, Sarah. When I'm looking
No, tell me more.
When I'm bored on the weekend, no, it's not good.
I don't have to worry because he has zero free time.
Zero free time.
It'll be like 10 o'clock. Last night, it was like 10 o'clock and I was sitting on the couch watching a show. He's down in the basement rummaging around. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "Oh, I'm playing with lights."
I'm playing with lights.
I'm like, "Okay." You just
awesome.
Go ahead.
I got a new light and I'm putting it through this modifier and I got an eggshell crate
I'm like,
that's
all right.
on the softbox and hello, it's working.
Back down there.
Yeah. Let's eat some chocolate.
Let's do it. So, we're doing the rare breed first, right?
That's what's in the glass.
We are.
If you know what?
If you need a refill,
I drank all mine.
Go ahead and refill it. Hey, while we're refilling, Fred, just talk about the if you can just estimate the amount of whiskeys that you have put up against rare breed blind and the general results. No spoilers. We want people to go watch those things.
In all honesty, it's probably a couple hundred. and Rare Breed has beaten Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. It's beaten some
Honestly,
Happies before. I mean, it's beaten a lot of stuff. And it consistently does great. Its nemesis in my blind tastings is Old Forester 1920. Those two,
I don't think we've ever tried them against each other.
those two hate each other for my palate. Like it's a constant battle of like who.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to do
Interesting.
this.
Interesting. I don't think we've had them side by side.
We've never.
We did both the Rare Breed and the Old Forester 1920 were sort of like our, what did we call them in our best of 2020?
Like benchmarks.
Benchmarks without it being benchmark. The
Almost
bourbon.
like value, availability, just overall goodness.
Mainstays, I think.
Yeah.
I guess.
Kind of
Every day
Those were
is over something.
Tried and true.
Yeah, every day
Yeah.
is tried and trues. Those were 2 of the 5 that we put in there.
And this is the peanut cluster, by the way. Is this the peanut cluster one?
The
Yes.
peanut cluster.
Peanut cluster.
Yes.
And if you guys have seen that episode, you know that the everyday picks really showed up.
They really did not let down.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a peanut cluster.
Which normally I would have thought to pair with like Jim Beam because it's
because
often
of the
very
nuttiness.
nutty. But then I was like, well, that's too much. That's too much nutty.
Yeah.
It didn't really work out.
I like how, we pick Rare Breed, which is a barrel proof. No spoilers on your video. People haven't seen it, but there was a cast strength on there as well. And I don't think any of us are going under 100 proof in any of our recommendations. And I think that's just,
No,
That's just who I am.
that's just where we live.
that's how we roll. And
That's how we roll.
And Jaclyn, I pour her a bourbon almost every night. And if I come in there with something 90 proof, she'll kick my ass out.
I'm like, what proof is this?
I'm like, where's my Bookers?
She slaps it out of your hand. Glass is flying everywhere.
She's like, where's my Bookers?
Neighbors
Don't-
calling.
Don't you accuse her. Don't start rumors.
Oh, listen.
She is a delight.
Well, yeah, because she's slapping stuff out of Fred's hand. It's great.
I like
I
what I like.
I like when people know what they like. I love when people know what they like.
Yeah.
This is a great pairing.
I freaking love this one.
I gotta say, I don't know why I put these two together, but when I just was like, this just feels right. I couldn't articulate what it was about them that made me think these two, but it just worked. I don't know.
in the
About the oiliness of the Rare Breed, that really kind of like it's a texture. There's a beautiful texture thing going on with the nuttiness, but also I think that chocolate that's on this one is it texturally just it kind of melts together with the. I love this pairing.
Well, it's softer. It's the milk instead of the dark. The ones you picked were both dark.
Yeah,
So
for my soul.
Yeah, I do think it has to do with the milk chocolate. But yeah, like normally I would think that Rare Breed was going to overpower anything, but something I think it may be like the hardiness of the peanuts or something that stands up to it. I just really dig this one.
Yeah. Woo! In our the immortal words of our shared friend Peggy No, she does lots of food pairings, and she talks about that explosion and balance and counterbalance, and I think this would be a balance.
What I would love is Peggy's commentary on what we chose.
Bring it, Peggy. Let's call her up. Let's get her on the phone.
No.
she needs to do a react
doesn't really-
video. That's what she
You
needs
want me
to
to
do.
call her?
A react video.
A react video.
That is a
React.
genius idea.
Peggy No reacts to Bourbonnight and Fred's pairings. I love it.
Yeah,
That's TikTok gold right there.
I'm actually producing her. I'm producing their the Bourbon Women spring conference again on the Tube. Are you doing that again, Sarah?
And that's coming up.
Yeah.
We promoted that the other day on our story that's coming up. No, we're not involved, but super interested. Like $10 for a ticket to get 2 days of these exclusives, 10 distilleries. I mean, it's crazy.
Take my money.
Shut up and take my money.
We'll gladly give it.
It's like a 19 airband song. Take my money.
Take my money.
Take my money.
There's got to be synthesizer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
So that's basically what we do at our home constantly. It's just we have like music on all the time, and our 2-year-old has his microphone set, and he sings to Billy Idol, and Crowded House
and Spandau Ballet and
Spandau Ballet.
Aha.
and it's like it's
Okay, so I didn't want kids until just now.
You won't sleep, but when you're awake,
So that's the
it's
reason why.
entertaining. Absolute.
But you said they are going to sing along to 80s hits, though, right?
They
Like,
do.
no sleep, 80s hit sing-alongs. I just don't know that I can choose. Oh.
and look, I know I remember when we were a young couple and people were always asking us about kids, and we don't ask that. I think that's
rude.
It's a rude, it's a
It's
personal,
very personal.
It's a very personal thing, and
Totally.
I don't think it's anybody's business as to what you want to do.
Yeah, you have kids, great. You don't have kids, great. Live your life.
And I think that's one of the big problems with our country is we are nosy about the wrong fucking shit. You know,
You grew up in Nosy Central.
I grew up in Nosy Central.
Okay, so first
I've been
time
there.
I go to Oklahoma, we go through first of all, there was waving wheat on the side of the road,
Everywhere.
which I mean,
Yeah.
oh my
And it later
god,
catches fire.
right?
Right.
So we go to a Starbucks. I just want coffee. That's all. And we go there. Hey, where are you guys from? Are you from out of town? What are you doing here? Where are you from? Are you having a great time? What else are you going to be doing? Like coffee.
You're like, I need coffee before I talk to anyone, but I don't know you. But
Right.
no, yeah.
Wow.
Everyone in Oklahoma
Like-
is like that.
Lexington is sort of a big, small town, I guess. Like, I'm from here, but thankfully I can go out in public and not see anyone I know most of the time, and I really enjoy that.
Right.
We're
That is
that way
good.
here.
Yeah, I mean Louisville's pretty cool. I love Louisville.
Right? Yeah. It's big enough to where you're like, I don't have to see anyone I know today, and that is nice.
For those watching who don't know, Lexington and Louisville, at least sports-wise, are real big rivals. So screw you guys.
Yeah, but neither of us are natives, so.
You
Okay.
graduated from here, so.
But I had no affinity for Louisville.
I will say this.
What
like,
are your teams?
So go Cats.
Oklahoma State's my team, and it is a.
I was
Fair
an
enough.
art. I was an art kid. I didn't really
tell
care.
tell
about
them
sports.
your team's mascot in North Carolina.
Oh yeah, I went to North Carolina School of the Arts, and our mascot was the Fighting Pickles.
Can you imagine that?
We played Wake Forest in flag football. That was our sport.
I love that.
I wouldn't go to that school just because I hate pickles.
I think that's so endearing. I
Pickles,
love it.
you know.
Wait, speaking of art, what was your like area of study?
Design and production, so stage management, which I exited that and went into psych. So
You exited the stage?
Very
Was
I
the stage
exited-
left or stage
I
right?
Wow,
Exit
that one was
stage.
like teed up perfectly for Chad.
Exit stage right.
Oh my gosh.
So Chad, you don't
All
like
right.
pickles? Why? What's up? What's up here, man? Like this is where the
I like-
My theory is he doesn't like vinegar. 'Cause he also doesn't like olives.
I don't like olives. I like cucumbers.
But-
I'll eat a cucumber.
You will, I guess.
Pickles are the devil. I think they're inherently evil, and we should all eradicate them.
He like won't. He'll like be very upset. You know, like when a pickle comes on the side with a sandwich and chips. If he's like, I don't want a pickle, and they still put it on the side, he won't say anything to anybody. But like once they leave, as soon as I see the pickle, I'm like, here we go.
Because the
he's like,
juice.
the juice has
The
infected the
juice-
bread. It's ruined it, and now I have to eat
It
pickle juice.
compromises the integrity of the bread.
As soon as I
Okay.
see
feel
the
that
pickle on
way.
his plate, I
I
just
feel
take
that
it.
way about mayonnaise when they put mayonnaise on something that mayonnaise doesn't belong on, like a burger, and they put mayonnaise on it, and you scrape it off, and you can't actually get it off.
It's okay.
Oh, you like mayonnaise
don't
on
like
burgers? There you go.
I love mayonnaise.
Yeah. You get some ketchup, you get some mayonnaise, you swirl them together, secret sauce on a burger, a little cheese. Oh.
Like
Lettuce,
in Europe,
tomato.
they dip their fries in mayonnaise, and I tried it, and I'm honestly not mad about it. It's still a little disturbing to me, like why? But
I'd rather dip it in a
it's-
frosty, but
it works.
yeah.
The good news.
She's
is
probably
that-
like really upset.
the good
But
news
do
here-
you like mustard? That's the big question.
No. No.
Eh,
No, absolutely
depends.
not.
Depends.
Pickles and mustard are the two
Oh.
evils of the world,
Well,
and
mustard,
I'm
mustard
raising
is
funds
mustard.
to eradicate them.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, this is
Who
fascinating.
like loves yellow mustard by itself? Like who loves yellow
I
mustard?
can do
I don't know.
straight yellow mustard packets. Seriously, it's
I mean, I could like drink ketchup. So
Sarah,
fine.
Sarah, I asked you to screen these calls before we took them,
my
and
gosh.
here we are stuck with these weirdos.
I guess we'll move on to the next chocolate.
Let's move on.
Although I do enjoy this condiment conversation.
It's a condiment conversation.
I did do a condiment pairing for it was Wells Fargo or American Express. I can't remember, but it was for an event series, and I had to pair bourbons to every condiment out there. It was
Just by themselves?
well, it was like on a burger, like
gotcha.
bass with it. And mustard was very difficult to pair to.
That sounds
Yeah,
that would be my guess as the toughest thing.
It's nasty.
It's delicious.
It's the devil.
You have so
It's
many
the devil
varieties of mustard. You have yellow, Dijon, stone
Dijon.
ground, honey.
I'll take spicy honey mustard.
I'll
He
take
likes
a honey mustard. I love
See,
honey
there's
mustard.
a
Just put some
mustard
sugar
for
in it,
everyone.
I didn't know you were all of a sudden part of the mustard lobby over here. I mean, come on now.
She's big mustard has got her.
This is a sidebar, but the Four Roses single barrel cap, it's kind of weird.
Isn't it?
It's like weird. It's like
recessed. It's very strange.
it's like a cap stuck inside a cap.
It's like a sailor's cap,
It's a
isn't it?
cap inception.
It's like a cap and a cap. All right, what are we?
This one is the vanilla cream.
Vanilla.
Ah,
Okay.
I'm really sad. My favorite one out of the whole box
is
is
that right?
because it's upside down.
No, peanut butter cluster.
Was here.
Oh, you put that there.
Because it was
that's
upside
what
down.
Confused me.
There we go.
Thank you,
Okay.
Chad, because I did the same thing, and Jaclyn made me feel like I didn't know what I was doing. No.
I'm good at that.
So we've moved on to a Four Roses single barrel. This is not a pick. This is just the regular off-the-shelf Four Roses single barrel recipe. It's 100 proof. And we're going to pair it with a vanilla cream. Check out this action. Boom. There it is. Wah, 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 wah. So let's...
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
My actual favorite candy out of this whole box is the coconut cream.
Oh, I love coconut.
But I feel like it's a little divisive. Not everyone likes it, but I
Love it.
love the
I
coconut cream out of this
love
box.
Coconut pie. Mm.
We did come up with a pairing for it, but it's not one of the ones that we chose.
Ooh, tingly.
Okay.
Am I the only one getting the tingles? Okay. Just me.
I didn't want to say anything, Chad, but
It's pretty laid back. I mean, I think the rare breed pairing was like more. It was almost like meant to be.
Yeah, much like, your video, Fred. The first one was really the home run. And I kind of had that feeling. That's why I picked the rare breed first. This one's good. This one is good. But
It's fine.
so
it doesn't compete.
They're not angry at each other.
Right.
I'll say this. I feel like that this is the chocolate. This has a lot of action going on in the middle, and
It does.
It like throws off the palate, and I almost think this would go really well with the wine. Rum,
Oh,
rum,
This
but
is
I
a-
think
oh,
this
or a rum.
rum or a wine.
Wine too, but
I could see that.
So a bourbon finished in a rum cask? Is that what you're saying? Because it's the only thing I can understand. What's a rum? What's
Chad, it's okay.
rum?
Chad doesn't do other spirits.
I don't know if I'm rum curious yet.
Oh, wow.
Come on. Go pick it up at Amazon.com.
I'll send you.
There's no rum.
Actually, that book's out of print.
Wow.
Find it on eBay. Then I guess it's out of print. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we have one.
Publishing is weird. They really only care about your book for 6 months, and then like it'll go out of stock. And they're like, "Oh yeah, cool. I mean, it's out of stock. You sold 20,000 copies. Thanks." I'm like, are you gonna do another printing? No.
Yeah. Are you going to change a few words and then come out with a second printing, second edition?
No, rum. I think rum is one of those where I really struggle with rum because it pisses me off so much with how they all operate. You know, it needs so much transparency. There's so much sugar in it, and there's not it's like they all hate each other, and then there's so much corruption. Rum is often connected into the governments. Like we actually pay. We pay as taxpayers. We pay for Captain Morgan to be produced. Like Captain Morgan has a $2 billion subsidy from our government to create their rum, and you don't see that disclosed on the bottle anywhere. They have
they should definitely.
I mean, but and then like Bacardi doesn't have to pay the same taxes as like Jim Beam does. Because they have what they call a cover over tax. I mean, there's so much crap like that.
That sounds very obnoxious.
Where did Bacardi at?
Puerto Rico. Oh, you were being facetious. All right.
I was
gonna not acknowledge
referencing the popular music song that I forget the name of that says "Where the Bacardi at."
Where the party at?
Who does that? What song is that?
Is that Cardi?
Where the Bacardi at?
Oh my God! That was our day.
I don't know
that song. Where the party at?
Oh, where the party at? Bacardi.
Yes, where the party at?
Where the party at?
I guess.
Where the Bacardi at?
We're aging ourselves very much right now.
We're all in the same boat here, folks. This is our age, not your age. It's our age. What song was that?
It's okay.
No, it's not. Nothing else matters.
Oh, jeez.
No. Metallica.
All right.
Yes.
Now we're back in our safe place.
Back in our safe place. I'm gonna keep eating chocolate.
I think it was Metallica and Kid Rock.
Sure. You know what? Yeah. That's who it was. I like rum finished bourbons, though. How do you feel? I'm curious how you feel with that. Like, I had no idea about what you just said until you just said it. So what are your thoughts on like rum finished bourbons? Is it something that you're okay with seeing? You don't like to see because you have all that background knowledge?
First of all, it's kind of fun. Yeah, I got like a piece of chocolate stuck in my.
Oh no! You know what? Take your time, Jaclyn. Tell me about your hair routine.
I wash it.
Yeah, girl.
You know, sometimes I wash it.
Actually,
sometimes I curl it. I'm gonna brush through it.
Ask her about her skin routine.
Oh my God, no, that's
Ask me about my skin. I didn't even have a skin routine 2 years ago.
It's amazing what the pandemic did for people's skincare. It's like suddenly, well, I got nothing else to do. I might as well like wash my face and put a bunch of serum on it.
And now that I don't have to go into the office every day, I don't have to wear makeup every day. So my skin is actually a lot better now.
So
I don't have to wear
money.
And I save money because makeup is expensive. But I don't really save money because I've invested in skincare, which you don't need to know about. And let's not talk about it.
And we've lost all.
Actually, I got him on the skincare train as well.
I'm trying.
Fred, tell us about your skincare. I noticed that you no longer have an oily T-zone. Can you explain?
Actually, it's funny that you asked there, Chad.
It's like the only thing he knows about skincare.
T-zone's the thing, right?
He has been using a vitamin C serum, and it has helped with
me too
damage up here, as well as some good niacinamide and ceramides.
Yes, and I also wash my face on a regular basis now.
I think it's about time for your 2 a.m. face. It's not 2. Why did I pick 2 a.m.?
I don't know.
Jeez, I've run the loop.
When I go to bed, so it's normally okay. But so the question on the rum, the most hysterical thing to me about the rum finish whiskeys is that all of those rum barrels were originally bourbon barrels. So it's kind of like whiskey barrel. You could say whiskey barrel finish rum finish. Rum barrels. It's. So they should
call it the ultimate in sustainability.
It is the absolute in the barrel. And that's the thing is like people every now and then I get hit up like, hey man, how come we're still chopping down trees, man? We got to save the planet. These trees, man, they're so important.
That's pretty good. Is that Cheech or is that Chong? That's pretty good.
Just a general hippie from South Park.
Just a general someone who
okay.
Yeah.
And so like the barrel lives on for like 80, 85 years if it's used and
right. And they're in such high demand now. I mean, people want them for hot sauce and beers and I mean, like you said, rum and then back to bourbon and then scotches and stuff like that. I mean, it's not a one and done.
Back to bourbon.
Back to whiskey.
Back
I
to whiskey,
apologize.
yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Well,
But
now,
yeah,
Chad, you did say bourbon, rum finished bourbons earlier, so you did say that. So I mean, I don't know.
There's no proof of that.
oh, so you gonna hate on me?
There's no proof of that, and you're wrong. So
I believe we have
Except
it
for the
recorded.
video evidence.
So
nah, doesn't exist.
I got Sarah's back here for.
It was a
said
deep
turn
fake.
left.
Thank you, Fred.
It was
Let's
a-
roll the tape back.
It was a deep fake. That wasn't me.
5G did it, right?
Mhm.
I do really enjoy the flavors though, because part of me really likes something from like the syrupy. I don't know. It's almost like the brown, sugary, syrupy notes of the rum.
Yeah. Do you spend a lot of time
Jaclyn.
with molasses? Like, because I think that's the one thing. Some rum distillers are great, and you get the fullness of the molasses, and then some distill
Yes.
at the same proof points as vodka. So Bacardi really is like, if you can make an argument that Bacardi is actually vodka because of how they distill it. They distill it at such a high level that if they wanted to call it vodka, they could probably get away with it. And the other countries like Barbados and Jamaica. Jamaica is like a pot still. They have like open natural fermentation, and you get a lot of like the rum notes that come through with it. And then you go over to like Barbados, they really focus on like doing a blend of pot and column, and they do that in Jamaica too. But Barbados, especially at Foursquare, they have such a variance of flavor because of their blending techniques. And I tell people all the time, get a bottle of Dorley's, and it's exclusive to Total Wine in the United States, but around the world, it's available everywhere.
Best rum punch.
Best rum
Ever.
Best rum for the value is Dorley's all day long. So Sarah, go give that a shot. Give that a taste. And learning rum, all you're doing is you're really just adding to your knowledge of what bourbon could taste like and should taste like. And you're really, when we talk about bourbon, when we talk about rum or tequila, you're really just studying spirit. And I hate that we get pigeonholed into categories. Obviously, I'm known as bourbon, and that's where I kind of live. But I really do appreciate, that Chad, that you even point out that I'm whiskey general, because I do taste and talk about other types of whiskeys. And when you taste around, you get to understand why bourbon tastes the way it does. And so by tasting rum, especially those in Barbados and Jamaica, you appreciate bourbon all that much more because your palate has widened and you can pick up more on your palate for bourbon than you did when just tasting bourbon. And that's one of the big falsities about being a taster, is like focusing on the same thing all the time. You have to open it up in order to really, train yourself. And we're talking about spirits here. There is not the taste buds have been studied for food. They have not been studied for spirits. And we have taste receptors in our throat. The taste receptors in our throat are far more valuable in spirits than they are for food or for wine. And so I've got this whole kind of like belief that, what we taste in spirit, when you develop a spirit palate, then you have something that is different. You've graded your palate to be able to to focus through the alcohol content and taste the flavor. And that's why you really do need to taste other spirits. So Chad, while you hate rum, it's good for your bourbon palate if you taste it and learn about it.
Oh, I don't hate rum. I don't hate rum. I like some darker.
I have some poor memories of cheap
some
rum.
darker rums. Yeah.
But I could get into some like good rums.
Yeah. No,
Che-
sure.
the
Yeah.
Cheap rum, cheap tequila, cheap gin.
Oh, cheap gin's the worst.
Oh boy.
Oh, I can't.
Ugh.
Gin is one that I'm just now willing to dip a toe back into.
Thanks in large part to Castle and Key. Yeah. With their.
I don't find their gin objectionable. Other gin, it makes me it makes me not feel good inside. But I do like rum. And I do like trying like scotches and other types of whiskeys and stuff.
And some tequilas.
I do. I always say my friends, my friends still like to do shots, which is fine. But whenever we go out and they're like, I'm going to get lemon drops. And I'm like, if you come back with anything for me other than a shot of tequila or a shot of bourbon, then I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, this will probably be the last question. We should probably wrap it up here pretty soon before we get too poetic with everything. What do you think about once you reach, I won't even say a certain age, just a certain
I think it's a mentality.
bourbon journey maturity should bourbon ever be taken as a shot?
When you're in college, it should.
I don't even think then.
No,
I don't even think then.
you're not gonna stop 18 to 20-year-olds.
No.
Shots.
No. The mentality, yes, but the execution is different. You take tequila shots. You drink bourbon straight from the bottle when you're 21. You know, you're not taking a shot. You've got it from the bottle, and I know that's what I personally did. But I never took a bourbon shot as a dumb kid. I drank straight from the bottle and didn't remember the next 2 days. But that's a different story.
That's true. I can't remember ever taking.
I don't think I ever have taken a bourbon shot.
I don't consider. What's the cinnamon crap that all of us runners
Fireball.
drink?
Oh, Fireball. No.
Fireball.
So that is the official drink of costumed runners and Disney runners. But that's it. That's the only that I've ever taken.
More on that later. More on that later.
I need to go down that road with her right now. By the way, do you all know about Tater? Have you all met Tater yet?
No.
So it's Bourbon Night. I'd like to introduce you to Tater.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello, Tater.
Do you like
Potatoes.
Do you like Weller?
Weller's great.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
Tater,
Even all the way down to Special Reserve.
Tater, what's your favorite bourbon?
Blanton's.
Yes. Blanton's is the best, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. It's so good.
Like no matter where you are in your bourbon journey,
it's just Blanton's.
It's just Blanton's.
Blends. You gotta get all them tops.
It is the number one request that I get when my friends are looking for things. Though it's like, can you help me find Blanton's? I'm like, but okay, but
Tater, can you help us find Blanton's?
Can you help me find Blanton's?
That's not what I asked you, Tater.
It's not a magic 8-ball.
Outlook not so good.
Looks like Tater's like kind of passing out here. But
Mashed.
yeah,
She's fried. Tater is fried.
Tater's gonna Tate. You know, I mean, we know that.
Tater's gonna
Tater's
take.
gonna Tate.
But I think I just wanted to show you all Tater real quick.
All right. Well, that was not only pairing chocolate with whiskey, but it was also pairing amazing conversation with whiskey, which happens all the time.
Couple with couple.
Couple with couple. We've coupled it. Synergy.
These are the days of our lives.
Oh my God. Yeah, I like it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's so good. So good. I like it. This is something that we should definitely continue in the future.
We should do a blind date night where we have to do blind samples. Wouldn't that be fun?
You didn't come up with that.
I came up with it just now.
Well.
And it was my idea.
Well,
Trademark Sarah.
I think Fred came up with it earlier.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, listen.
I'm 100% joking.
I am all about bringing Jaclyn into more of these things because she has a great palate, and our palates are not aligned, and so it's fun to have these discussions with her. Like, I mean, I love spirits of French lick. You know, the graininess of their stuff. I like grainy types of whiskeys. To me, grain is a blessing in whiskey. It just shows you like where it is in the transgression or in the progression of its growth. And she's like, no, I fucking like that shit. Give me you know.
Again, I love it when people know what they like though.
Yeah.
Like I respect that so much because everyone kind of goes off in a different way. And like, I don't know, I think like all these products are coming onto the scene and I always think like, who's drinking this? But then I'm like, somebody's drinking this because they keep making it.
Yeah.
And so I just like really respect when people are like, nope, I like this. And I love that, Jaclyn, like I like 90-ish proof, I like things that
No, 107 and above.
Oh, 107 and above.
You insult her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard earlier. That is my bad.
No,
we were talking about the smacking. I was so focused on the smacking.
No, she'll smack that 90 proof right out of the
She will smack the 90 proof
Believe me,
out of her.
Jaclyn smacks that ass.
And that 90 proof.
She knows what she likes. I love it.
Yeah.
My favorite.
No, it's good. So we'll definitely have to, continue these and hang out with you guys some more because this has really been a blast. And again, we want to remind you guys, if this is the first episode that you watch, that you hop over to Fred's channel and make sure to give that pairing. It's 2 completely different chocolates, 2 completely different bourbons,
2 different conversations.
Make sure you give that a watch. And if you haven't subscribed to him,
definitely
click that
it.
subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to us, what are you waiting for? Come on, click right up here. There's suggestions of other videos right down here. We hope to see you over there in one of those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Thanks, Fred. Thanks, Jaclyn.
Cheers.
And until next time, you know what it is. Drink more bourbon.
Vodka sucks.
And vodka sucks.